Alright, we have finally finished up this video, and just in the nick of time too, it's Halloween! So, it's about 8 o'clock at night. I just checked my clock. Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock, so let's quickly post this thing before it's November 1st. But first, let's see this thumbnail. Boom, baby! Let's go! Alright, let's post this thing.
20 minutes later.
Aw, man. Okay, we can still save this. This is okay, alright? I just need to make some few minor adjustments with the filters, and maybe we'll be home free. Let's post this thing. Again.
Later.
Dang it! Man. Oh, what am I gonna do now? Wait, what? Who's this? Yellow? Wait, what? More total drama content? I thought you said you didn't want that anymore. Oh, now you do. Am I at least gonna get paid? Of course I'm not. I should have expected that. Do I love it? Yeah. Fine. I'll do it. No, I'm not baiting you. I'm actually gonna do it. Alright. See you, Mom. Let's talk about some dodgeball, baby! No, we're not talking about that dodgeball. We're talking about Total Drama's version of dodgeball, which in reality is just a regular old game of dodgeball, but you get my point. Man, Lindsay gets hurt a lot in this episode. In the Total Drama fandom, this episode is very highly regarded and for very good reason. I vividly remember catching this episode all the time when they would air Total Drama on Cartoon Network, and I caught this episode multiple times, and that wasn't necessarily a bad thing. I remember always loving this episode, so in today's review, we're gonna find out if those feelings are still intact. If they aren't, the episode kicks off where the previous episode left off, and I just gotta point something out because it's bothering me.
Duncan! You look like crap, dude.
So Harold comes in branding some marker facial hair after keeping the killer bass awake with all his snoring, and from a snorer myself, it isn't a bad thing. But in all seriousness, he kinda pulls it off, not gonna lie. Oh, no. If you understand why I made this joke, I appreciate you. But if you also understand the hidden meaning behind this very joke, I appreciate you even more. So Gwen, the winner of the last challenge, comes in completely exhausted, just like Duncan is, and the bass have a serious problem. So the killer bass have lost 2 straight challenges, including one where they had to eliminate quite possibly their strongest player at the time in Eva, for their own sanity's sake. So winning in this situation is more of a necessity instead of a want for the killer bass. Also, I want to make mention of the fact that Courtney has definitely become the de facto leader of the killer bass at this point. I know it's not explicitly said, but it's very clear that she's taken charge of the team. I mean, if people aren't already afraid of Duncan, they're probably more afraid of Courtney as a whole. Now, like the Big Sleep episode, there's a lot of ground to cover with this challenge, And I don't want to go through like every tiny little minute detail about this challenge, so I'm just going to give off the cliff notes. But before I do that, I want to talk about specific characters that really shined in this episode. And the first one is Tyler. A majority of the Total Drama community will say that Tyler definitely got to show what he was capable of in World Tour, and I agree with that. Tyler was great in World Tour. But there's also this episode.
You're going down! We're gonna bring the dinner to the table, and then we're gonna eat it!
Also, throughout the entire episode, Tyler was shown to be a horrible shot, but the one Screaming Gophers member that he manages to hit is his own girlfriend, which I find absolutely hilarious. As I said, I know everyone agrees that in World Tour, Tyler really got to show what he was capable of, which again, I do agree with. But this episode is probably the closest we get to seeing that version of Tyler in Island, in my opinion. And for that reason, it really works. So eventually Tyler and Lindsay go off to be with one another, and Heather catches them. And remember, Heather does not like the idea of an alliance member being with an opposite team member. So what does Heather do? Throw an entire boat towards Tyler. Realistically, that should have killed him.
First rule of dodgeball is...
Do not talk about dodgeball.
Man, I love this show.
Throwing balls. Gee, another mentally challenging test.
Oh, we will get to you. Believe that. Alright, so we just talked about Tyler. I know I'm talking about other people, but who else am I talking about again? Oh my goodness!
Game on! Yeah!
So yeah, Owen's really good at dodgeball. Oh wait, let me rephrase that. Owen's a machine at dodgeball. Let's talk about some dodgeball, baby. So at the beginning of this game, the Killer Bass weren't doing very well. Tyler was truly a standout there, and Harold, well... Cody was even using science to eliminate people. So yeah, the Killer Bass were not having a great time.
Easy out, guys. Easy out.
So the Killer Bass are in a bit of a pickle here. They've already lost 2 games. One more game lost, they're gonna have to eliminate yet another person from their team, which is something that they are desperately trying to avoid. They're becoming desperate. They need someone to lead their team. And Duncan is that person. Now remember, Duncan is still trying to get some sleep after not being able to for 4 days at this point. And you can kind of imagine his reaction if he's woken up. But the Killer Bass are desperate, and they're not taking any chances. So by Courtney's request, she asked Harold to do it, because in her words, he's one that they're willing to lose. My oh my, will she regret those words later. So after being woken up, Duncan's very understandably upset, but then Courtney explains the situation. They need Duncan's help to win this game, and Duncan initially refuses, but Courtney lays down a threat that if he doesn't help them, he will for sure be going home, and that immediately changes Duncan's tune. So then Duncan explains the strategy that he learned in Juvie: go after the biggest guy and the biggest target, which is Owen. And because they do this strategy, the Killer Bass start coming back into the game. So because the Killer Bass used this effective strategy, they have now tied the game, and the third game is really close and down to the wire. Cody even takes a nut shot for a girl that doesn't like him. What a simp. But eventually, it comes down to the final two competitors. Harold versus... oh no. Now remember, up to this point, Owen's been dominating this entire game, and Harold... yeah. But we find out, to the surprise of absolutely everyone, that Harold is a fantastic dodger, dodging all of Owen's attacks, even pulling out a Matrix reference. So while Harold can't necessarily throw, he can for sure dodge. We quickly learned that Harold learned to dodge as well as he did through his figure skating training in the past, which makes enough sense, and I just gotta say, I love the little detail of Harold just spitting water into Tyler's face instead of the bucket. I thought that was pretty funny. But there is one major problem on the horizon. You see, Harold is going to need to throw the ball at some point, and as we all know by now, he can't. So if Harold has any hope of winning this game for the Killer Bass, he's going to have to catch the ball. And well... and just like that, for the first time ever, the Killer Bass have won a challenge. But also, for the first time ever, the Screaming Gophers have to send someone home.
Now let's see all you keeners get on out there and dodge. You know, you guys did such an awesome job on the last game that I don't want to mess up your mojo. Oh, sorry. Woohoo! Way to throw those murder balls. Go team, go!
Yeah, you get the point. Hey, you guys remember what I said a little bit ago in this video?
Oh, we will get to you. Believe that.
Yeah, Noah was kind of a jerk in Island, and not like a funny jerk like he was in World Tour, but just a jerk in general, you know? And it wasn't even that funny either. All Noah did throughout the episode was make sarcastic comments and read his book, not even participating in the challenge, which got under his team's skin really quick. Also, I know that some think that Owen and Noah's friendship didn't start until World Tour, but there are a bunch of moments in Island where Owen and Noah are very friendly with one another. You guys know where this is going. Noah is the first one from the Screaming Gophers eliminated, and it's a shame too because Noah had such untapped potential, especially in Island, considering his wiki names him the Schemer. So I felt like there was a lot that could have been done with Noah, but he will be redeemed in later seasons. And that, my friends, is Season 1, Episode 4 completed, and like I say for every video, I had such a fun time doing this. I definitely think that my editing's gotten better, which there's definitely room for improvement, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's gotten better, and I definitely feel more comfortable doing videos now, more so than I was when I shot and recorded my first episode review, which I think is a good thing. And as I said at the end of the video, I definitely think that Noah has some untapped potential, especially in Island, considering the name of his wiki is the Schemer. So I felt like there was a lot that could have been done there, so let me know if you guys are interested in that type of topic because I would love to cover it in a future video. I just want to wish everyone in the US a very happy Thanksgiving, spend time with your family and your loved ones, pick out on some food, and puke your guts out. And as for Christmas, I definitely have a video in mind, but considering the fate of my regular show video, I have to really be careful of what I post. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications so you don't miss a video. And until next time, this is the Zen One, signing out.
Missed me.
Corpses bobbing in the sea.
I'm Noah. You may not know me, but you will, because I'm going places. See, I've got a plan.
Hey, Noah! Way to go on winning class president. You deserve it, man.
Thanks, Joey. See, I got smarts, and that's what wins in the end. Trust me. I got this one in the bag.